Hiya, welcome back to Mulberry Junction. The picture that I've just put up, that's the reason why I moved out of the loft into the garage. It's the battery and the control panel for the solar panels that we had installed a few years back. Basically, well today I came up to the loft to get the Christmas tree. It's 1st of December for my wife so she can put it up and stuff. So normally my son brings it up and puts it down, but he was working today, so my wife asked me to do it, so I did. But it's been a long time since I've been up here, and I didn't realise, but I've actually still got most of the track down from the original layout when I did have it up here in loft. So what I'm thinking is I might just do a twin track main line, just 2 loops going around the loft, you know, like one in each direction, either way sort of thing. There's not a right lot of space where the battery is, you can just see it behind me there. There's not a right lot of space there, so it'll be a bit thin to get the trains past, but it's doable with a thin bit of ply going across. That's sort of like what I'm thinking of. I'll just show you this side over there. So this side here was going to originally be the scenic side of the layout. So it goes all the way up to the top end, up to about there. It did have the depot there as well at one time, you know, one of the LK80 Pico sheds. It had one of them on it, and a Nightwing fueling point. This, yeah. So it had one of these Nightwing fueling point things there as well. So I might even incorporate that back into the layout. I'm not too sure yet though. It'd be more than likely just two running lines really. But yeah, I'm thinking about sort of redoing and doing a little bit up here. That way I can run trains a little bit faster, like, you know, my HST, the 91 and the Mark IV set. It's just an idea anyway for the time being. If I do, it won't be for a while yet anyway. So it's not freezing up here, but it does get fairly cool winter time. Not as cold as the garage, but there's heating in the garage though. Speaking of the garage, I'm just going to put video on pause and then we'll go back down there, because I'm going to make a start on some doing some plaster, putting some plaster down to make a road down there, make a start with scenery. So just give us a second and we'll go down there now. The filler that I am using is this one, the Stanley multi-purpose filler, and it's basically going from where it stands at the tub in this area here, up to where the goods shed is, and just past it up to at the end of the line of wagons. So it'd be roughly to here for filler, about there. So it'll be going all the way down here up to there. Once that filler's dried, I'm going to paint it a grey colour. I've removed the loading ramp that I had there. I've changed my mind, I'm not going to use that there now. I might put like a yard crane there. The plaster's now put down onto the baseboard. Quite pleased with the result of it, doesn't look too bad. I've deliberately left screws visible in case I ever need to do any other work on layout or anything like that, so you can see where screws are. So this part here is where the coal merchants will be. This area here, that's for the goods shed. Like I said a a little bit ago. I've got rid of the loading platform that was there. Station's just behind. So I'll be painting, well, I'm going to sand down the plaster. There's a little bit more work I need to do there, I think. But I'll be sanding down plaster a little bit and then painting it a sort of a grey colour to try and represent concrete or tarmac. The plaster's dry now. I'm going to leave it until tomorrow before I start sanding it, just to make sure it's totally dry. As far as I can tell though, it is all ready. It doesn't look bad at all. It does have a few little sort of bumps and kinks in it, but I'm not too fussed with that. When I sand it before I paint it, it should get rid of a lot of that, but I'll be probably leaving a bit of it in anyway, just to like, make puddles and stuff. It'll hopefully give it the effect that it's a fairly old sort of concrete base type thing. Once it's been painted, I can start adding stuff back, like the coal things, the coals. Yeah, coal. What do we call it? It's them. And other stuff like the scales for coal, coalman as well. I've got a couple of coalman people, you know, so I'll start adding all bits on eventually and put the goods shed back and just add a few extra bits of detailing. Once I've painted it properly and it's set properly. Like I said, I think it is set now. It feels quite solid, and hopefully I can make a start on some other bits of scenery as well then. Okay, so this is the end of this little video. Just a slight update really for the plastering. I decided to go over them screws. Earlier on in the video I said that we're going to leave them, but I actually went over them just to make it look a little bit better. And it's all sanded down now. With regards to layout in loft, if I do start doing that up there, it'll be probably next year rather than this year. So we've got a lot to do with this layout, Mulberry Junction as it is. So yeah, that might be, if I do it, it'll be next year. So we'll see with that one, but it is worth thinking about for me. Like I say, to have the HST, the Class 91 and the Mark 4s and the new 89s as well running around that. It looked quite good, just a big fast sort of loop layout really. In the next video hopefully there'll be a bit more progress, especially with scenery, with the where the plaster is. Hopefully that'll be painted. And I'll have made a start on the coal yard and goods yard by then. So don't forget to click subscribe and click on notifications, and that'll bring you on to the next layout video when I do it. Hopefully it won't be too long by this weekend, end of this weekend. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good weekend yourself. I'm sure I will, with the amount of work that I've got to do now for the layout. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.